Good morning. I'd like to bring this July 14th Budget Information Session to order. And we can go ahead and get started unless you have any other announcements.
No, Commissioners. So this morning you see the agenda before you. We have several. This is the last of your 6 days of budget hearings. And so I'll turn it over to Chris to outline the Article 5 provisions. And then the first up will be the state's attorney.
So good morning, Madam Chair. Good morning, Commissioners. Thank you once again for a 6th day here. As the Administrator said, we do have Article 5 first. This is the fiscal year 24 Article 5, just so we're clear, and we're required to present it to you. It does not have a presentation. Every year we do this. We put it on first on the day that we have judicial items of the day. So if there are any questions, I'd be happy to answer it. I guess I can give you a quick overview. Article 5 is Article 5 of the state constitution. It's been revised a few times. There was a big switch in 1999 where it shifted how the court systems were paid for. I was a junior budget analyst at Miami-Dade County and had to peel some of those things apart back in the day. So I got some firsthand experience of it. There are things in our payments that we as a county make that are required by the state, and then there are things that we choose at our option, and you can see all that. But remember, everything you're looking at here in this presentation is fiscal year 24, and it is because it is required of us. And that's about it.
Are there any questions about Article 5? None? Okay, great. Thank you.
Thank you.
Perfect. All right. Then next up is the state's attorney.
And while the state's attorney is coming up, I'll set the table a little further and say out of the 4 presenters we have today, 3 are going to be presenting on their own. So they will present much like any other outside entity would. The analyst doesn't start. The entity takes care of it. The analyst is here, Veronica Edel. Just in case we have any questions, we're happy to be there. But Mr. Bartlett is his presentation, and the floor is yours, sir.
I'm up and going. Good morning, everybody. Very good to see you again. My name is Bruce Bartlett, for the record, state attorney. And we've submitted the packet that you all have had, and I'm sure have seen, that basically is what our requests are for this year. And they're all pretty standard. We're carrying over our radio package from last year where the new radio system was implemented for the county for all the law enforcement. We've had those are being installed in the vehicles of our investigators. We're also having to change this year the major frame that works for all the radios. It's done by our dispatch, and of course we use those 24 hours a day. And other ones, replacement costs for a lot of our computers or monitors, just time and life replacement. So our budget is up a little bit this year from last year. Well, actually it's down a little bit. No, it's up a little bit to $805,000. But the most important part right now facing us on this thing is we have a decision package issue, and that is to ask for funding to allow us to acquire Premier Justice from Axon. So in the whole law enforcement atmosphere has changed with regard to body-worn cameras. Now everybody has a body-worn camera. If you have a crime scene, suppose you have a homicide, it's not uncommon to have up to 25 or 30 officers out there. Everybody's wearing body-worn cameras. So every body-worn camera, when they bring it back and they put it back in the base at night when they're done, it gets dumped up into evidence. So we have all these photographs and everything else that are going on, and we are required in preparing our cases to review that stuff. For example, a Florida Highway Patrol car has 5 cameras in there in the car running every time. So when somebody sits in the back seat of that car, the cameras are running, and you got all those different loads. So Axon, who is what provides most of our law enforcement agencies here in Pinellas County, in Pasco, and in Pinellas, there is FHP does not use it, and Tarpon Springs does not use it. They use a system called WatchGuard. So it's kind of a different entry and everything else. Axon has all of our stuff, the sheriff's, St. Pete, And so the way it works basically is you log on to Axon, like right now, because of the sheriffs having it and the other law enforcement agencies, we have access to see what's in there, but we don't have access to utilize the portions of that to our benefit, which are basically in the Premier package, which I'm talking about. It allows us to be able to edit our videos that we're watching. We can actually have it printed out, and it'll go through and do all that, because it's just hours and hours. We had a case just a couple weeks ago. The ASA had to sit and listen to a statement that the guy gave to law enforcement, and it was over 6 hours long. And you have to sit there and watch that like that. Whereas now with the deluxe package, you have an option of doing things like searching by words, searching by a license tag, and search a video by a license tag. Everything is just changed so dramatically in the law enforcement world and for us presenting cases. It allows us to do court packets. You can download the evidence into the cloud, I guess you call it, with Axon, and you have unlimited storage. You put the stuff in there. You can prepare your videos. You can and have a lot of the stuff that comes outside, like say the FHP stuff, doesn't have the same driver that would be utilized in a lot of things. It has its own separate driver, but Axon has the ability to reach all the drivers. So there's a self-contained package. You can go into court, kind of like a PowerPoint on steroids, and utilize that to be able to prove your case and show your videos of things that you selected from all those other videos that I'm talking about that happen with the body-worn cameras, and it really helps in presentation of your cases. You can search, like I said, it just gives you all these different capabilities. It goes on and on and on. We have an obligation to provide everything to the defense for discovery. So we now do paper. We're switching over now where we can do it paperless. This allows you to do that, and it keeps track of what you sent to the defense attorney in discovery, and you can go back and check whether or not that, so if you're in trial and somebody says, oh, hey, they never sent this video, we can go back and show it's kind of like you got a ticket there that shows you received it. So, and it's just saving time. Right now it's taking hours and hours and hours of the ASA's times, and if you know, we've had trouble keeping assistants and public defenders and everybody else, but they're just spending a lot of their valuable time when this can really help to abbreviate that.
And Commissioners, it says up there that this was not recommended. It actually, that will be part of our recommended budget. So I will be recommending that to you as part of our budget.
Commissioner Flowers.
Good morning, Mr. Bartley. Thank you for
Yes,
coming
ma'am. Good
today.
morning.
Just a question. So since the sheriff office has this particular software, is there a way that we could piggyback on that contractual agreement that, since it's the same and they have access now, would that be a way for us to piggyback on that? That way we may be able to save just a little bit on cost. I support what you're asking for. I truly understand why you need it. I was just looking at whether or not you, as a subscriber, you know, you have one or more. I'm not
Well,
sure.
the problem is when they got all the local law enforcement agencies, they had to give us access. But like I said, it's just very limited access. You can't go in and do any kind of editing or any kind of the fancy stuff. And that we got that for free, and that was part of that. But it's kind of like, you know, you can ride a bike to work and get to work eventually, and it's fine, but it's going to take you all day. But you get a car, and you don't have to worry about it, you know. So they know what's going on. I mean, these people are business people, and they're pretty sharp. Adam Ross has been negotiating with them on the thing, trying to knock it down in every way we can.
I think you may misunderstand. I want you to get what you're asking for. I'm just talking about, just like when you purchase a Microsoft program, right?
Right.
And then another department needs it, so you get, not that you just have access, but you get the same thing everybody else gets on your own, but it's just a little cheaper because you're buying a bundle package. Maybe the word I should use is bundle. So,
Yeah.
so they could look into that, but it's just maybe a way for us to save a little money, but you get what you are asking for, which is your access with all the trimmings, all the tree trimmings and everything, but just a way that maybe we could save on the software piece of it. So that was just my question.
They're pretty shrewd negotiators, I can tell you that. They wanted to they utilize how many FTEs you have. So we have FTEs for people who would not be using it, but that's just the way they do
They
it throughout the
calculate it
state.
out.
Yeah, it's really kind of terrible. But anyway, that brings up our total ask if you give us the decision package to $1,107,183.
Commissioner Scott.
Thank you, Madam Chair. Good to see you, Bruce, as always. So I see this is shared with Pasco County, so 65% split with Pinellas and 35 with Pasco. Is this like all or nothing? Pasco has to agree to it as well, or have
Yes.
you given this presentation to them? What's their thought on it?
So it's a split cost, 65-35, which probably that number's changing a little bit more in our favor, based on.
We want to, and actually, as part of our discussions, we want to revisit that number.
Well, I was kind of wondering where we came up with that number. But.
Well, probably, it probably was correct 5 years or 6 years ago when we did that. And we actually have several places where there's shared costs. That's something I'm going to bring up with the Pasco administrator, and we'll probably look at revisiting that for next year, and that way we all have time to plan for any type of change.
Right, okay, all right, thanks.
It is a 10-year contract, by the way, that renews every year. But if Pasco does not support it, then we're not able to do it, so.
Is it fixed for the whole 10 years, so once we sign a contract, it's the same price?
No, it's got a 4% escalation and.
4%?
Yeah.
Okay, all right.
Commissioner Eggers.
There's a one-time setup fee of $50,000, which kind of throws the first year in a little bit more than it would be, and then it drops back down. Okay, anything else? Anybody else, any questions?
No, I think I was going to ask that, what you were just getting into, which was the first year is going to be a little heavier loaded with the implementation, and then you have this ongoing, it's really operating cost
Yeah,
for the
it's like-
rest of the 10 years.
Right.
Yeah.
And then, it's like our licensing fees, I guess, to a certain extent, like Stack has all that with it, which is part of my budget. But if you look in there, I have it broken down to,
It's outlined on page 6, Commissioner.
so you can see how it goes.
What's the overall size of your office budget? I mean, from the state perspective. I mean, I know just trying to get an idea what our piece of it is.
Probably, I'd tell you it's around 36, 7, 8 million? 51? Okay, with trust funds, I guess, 51 million.
51 million, okay.
You sure about that?
This is a heck of a budget
It
meeting.
was 38.
51, and now ours is going to be about $1 million a year going on. Okay. Thank you, appreciate it, and thanks for all
Okay.
you're doing.
I apologize, the 51 million includes county budgets. It's a little under $50 million for the state.
98%. Yeah, thanks. Appreciate it.
Any additional questions, comments, discussion? Seeing none, I guess you're all done. Thank you. It's good to
Yes,
see you.
ma'am, thank you. Good to see you all again.
Chris.
Okay. Next up, we have the Sixth Judicial Court, Chief Judge Sean Crane.
All right.
Good morning. We're gonna need to have you put a microphone on. Thank you.
Oh, I did the opposite. I turned it off. Sorry about that. You have to bear with me. This is my first time, so I'll do my best. As you can see, our budget is pretty much what it's historically been. Our increase is our ask is fairly minimal compared to what it was last year. We go from about 5.7 to 5.8 million. We're trying to be obviously good fiscally responsible for things, and some costs have just increased, and you can see it's increased about 2%, a little over 2%, some of the costs and everything that we're dealing with, and that's reflective in our additional ask. There's no, the only additional thing we kind of put in there, and I've had the good fortune to talk to Barry about this, is we had talked about having a security analyst position maybe added that would be split, not unlike what you've talked about between Pinellas and Pasco County. Although it won't make my friends to the north happy, but I understand why that would be revisited, and Barry and I have actually talked about that ratio maybe being revisited, and I understand certainly why that would happen in the future. And that's something that I just don't think that they're recommending at this point in time. I understand why that is, but also I'd hope you'd understand why we would ask for that, with the hack being in the Fifth Circuit up in the Panhandle. That judicial circuit got hacked. The Department of Juvenile Justice got hacked. And so we just thought if there was anything we could do to supplement and help the county through the court system and have somebody dedicated to making sure internally we're doing it, if we can make that a little bit more robust, it would help. But I certainly understand the county's position on that as well. But other than that, this is pretty much what I'm advised, pretty much our standard budget. And as I look back over last year to this year, I can see it's all pretty consistent of what we historically do and ask for. And I appreciate the support of the Board of County Commissioners, and candidly, I appreciate the fact that you all kind of get it, what we do, and that's important, and I appreciate that very much.
Commissioners, just so I can kind of, respond, we agree on the need to have a robust cybersecurity function. I just believe it should belong in BTS, okay? And they can provide that type of support. So we'll have that ongoing conversation.
Yeah, like I said, I understood, I absolutely understood that.
We're not duking it out or anything.
No,
We
absolutely
agree
not.
in concept. We want to make sure that that we have a robust cybersecurity program. We just, I've talked to Jeff, and they believe that they can provide that same type of, security as long as they have access to their systems. If for some reason they get in and that because of some of the judicial systems are different, we believe there's enough, we'll revisit it, because we want to make sure they have all the protections that they need. So.
And I just echo what Barry said. I absolutely understand. We talked about. I understand that's the position, and we will be, as Barry has indicated, flexible to work with the county in any way we can, in the event that looks like there's a better way to proceed with that. And we're certainly available to be part of that conversation. And we've had very good conversations with Jeff and Brian and BTS and Barry as far as going forward with regard to all of our computer systems through BTS. Have a very good working relationship.
Great. Any questions, conversation, discussion? Do you? Commissioner Scott.
Thank you, Madam Chair. Just a comment. I think that kind of puts a little more emphasis on the BTS decision package to do that outside penetration testing. So, exactly. Yeah. So, that was all.
Okay. Any other questions or discussion? That was easy.
All
Great
right.
to
Well, that
see
was
you.
easy. Whew,
You
for
got
my
through your
first
first
time.
one
Thank you.
really smoothly.
Thank you for treating me with kid gloves. Thank you.
Great to see you. Okay, next up, we have the Public Defender's Office, and I know Sarah Malo is not here. And morning, is this Ashley?
Yes.
Okay, and if you can introduce who's with you, that'd be great.
Good morning. Yes, Ashley Rora. I'm here on behalf of Miss Sarah Molo, and we have our County Budget Director, soon to be head of all finance, Ali Pilicino.
Good morning.
And I would just like to take the opportunity to thank all of you. It is an honor to be able to work in this community for the Public Defender's Office to provide not only the criminal representation, but in my area, I specialize in our MAP program, the Mitigation, Advocacy, and Treatment Team, to provide both the mental health and substance use services to our clients. And again, not only criminal clients, but those represented under the Baker Act, those that are involved in the mental health court and the other treatment courts. And we could not do what we do and provide the holistic representation without the county support, and it is greatly appreciated. We are funded by the county mainly in two areas, one being the MAP program, our behavioral health services, and our juvenile mental health services with a therapist and case manager. We do have with us today our senior MAT therapist, Brittany Alipore, who just wanted to come as well and show her support and thanks, as well as our director of IT, who I think is outside with an IT problem right now, Eric Ferguson. But I'll turn it over to Ellie for the numbers portion, but we do have a few success stories and just want to tell you how we've been working with the community and the county for our programs and how to just better represent, again, but also using our existing resources. So we try not to be such a burden.
Good morning, everyone. Did I push the right one?
I think that's good.
Okay, perfect. So again, thank you for having us. We're very happy to be here, and thank you for being such great partners. Our budget this year, we tried to limit any surprises. We were able to come in under our previous ask from last fiscal year, so we're about 1.4% under that. We have two budget decision packages that we put forward. One of them is for a scanner maintenance and lease contract. This contract would be to allow us to upload the many, many, many paper documents that we have stored in a warehouse into Stack in our office's goal of going paperless and making sure that we're able to access everything on the go at any time. And that would also enable us to eventually free up that warehouse space for to give that space back to the county for their use. And then we also have a decision package for a 25% time and effort part-time mental health court attorney. That would be a grant-funded position, so that wouldn't be coming out of general revenue for the county. That would be contingent on the award of a grant that we have applied with the county and the state attorney and the courts with for mental health court. And it would just be to make sure that there is a dedicated attorney who's familiar with the needs of those clients and is able to follow them through their entire court time.
Commissioners, once again, it says up here that the recommendation is not to fund. They actually are recommended to fund, both of them. So I know they looked at me like, why are you said okay?
My fault.
It was just a typo.
That's my fault.
It's okay.
That's my fault.
You know, both of those are recommended. And I just also wanted to add what a great partner that the public defender's been on our CAM project around, you know, all of our wraparound services on our mental health program. So.
And that's a great tie-in if you wanted to mention anything about the CAM, Ashley.
So one thing I was going to mention, we are grateful that this board has supported the coordinated access model, or now referred to as Care About Me. I know it's been a long time, a lot of money in the planning and the research, but we have been very excited to be one of the partners that are spearheading, and we have the platform. We have 3 of our employees in the MAT department that have access to the dashboard. I think we've made around 40 referrals at this time, and we're being told we're one of the highest referring agencies. The turnaround time is fantastic. I know they're working to get more and more providers in there, so we do have access to appointments, but it's fantastic to be able to have someone that we're trying to divert from the criminal justice system or to reduce the amount of recidivism of those individuals, to give them that direct access to appointments, to services that they need in the community without going to the emergency rooms, going to jails, going to crisis centers. We're just really excited about the future of that program.
See, it's going to save us a lot of money in the long run.
I think so.
Yeah, it's a great program. They've been great partners, and they get it. I mean, you see it, well, just in their presentation. I mean, the care that they have of trying just to help people, you know, is just amazing.
Okay. Questions, comments? Commissioner Flowers.
Good morning. How y'all doing? I saw Sarah at the Lelman PAL luncheon, and we had a chance to just have a conversation about how things were going. And I know one of the concerns was the ability to recruit attorneys. Yes. Or to retain attorneys, because several of them were going into private sector. They were being, you know, they were working with you guys and getting that experience, and then private sector was snatching them up. And so how are you guys doing now? And are you looking to look at salary? Because I know that was the main issue, really. It was keeping them a salary. And the reason I'm asking is because when you have attorneys that have a caseload that is absolutely out of this world, it makes it more difficult. And I said this to her. It makes it more difficult to adequately represent someone because you're one person, you only have so much time. And the public defender's office doesn't have access to some of, not all, but some of the access that the state attorney's office has access to. So how are you guys doing now in that department?
So I think we are almost full with our FTEs with attorneys. We've had to reduce some of our support staff in order to pay more competitive salaries to the attorneys for the starting salaries. And again, one of the reasons I want to thank you all for your support is that we are able to fund therapists and the case managers that then can assist the attorneys on their caseloads. So you don't just have an attorney, you have an investigator, and you have a whole team of mental health professionals that are assisting the attorney to reduce the burden so they can provide the criminal representation while the rest can provide that holistic representation. So it's been a struggle. I think we're going to continue to struggle. I know the state attorney feels the same way, but we're doing what we can with what we've been given.
Are you guys coordinating any with the hub in St. Pete that does cover the county? It's newly formed, pretty much, but it's a number of social service agencies strongly in the mental health arena that come together to provide those services. They just had a ribbon cutting for their offices, which is fabulous. But if you're not a part of that, it's called the Hub. It's on 22nd Street and 15th Avenue South. I'll get you the executive director's number. But I believe now Gulf Coast, it was LaDonna Butler who was spearheading or leading that entire team. If I'm not mistaken, about 2 weeks ago, it went to Gulf Coast, Dr. Sandra Brom. So if you're not a part of that, it may be beneficial when you're looking for those support services for mental health counselors and psychologists.
Absolutely. We take anything we can get.
Okay.
Thank you.
Thank you. Thank you, Madam Chair.
Commissioner Scott.
Thank you, Madam Chair. On the scanning, I can certainly appreciate wanting to scan all those documents and make it easy to find them when you need them. But do you still have retention? Is that evidence? Do you still have to retain that stuff for a period of time afterwards?
We do have to retain that. We do have storage for that. Right now, it's just we're trying to get them uploaded so that it's all in stack. So we're trying to get everything up to date.
So you would just move it somewhere else and from where it's at now and store it?
Well, a lot of the documents are historical, but they're at end of life, so we can't get rid. We've been going through them and getting rid of those as normal. But for some of the documents that we still need to access, but they just take up so much space to be stored, we need to have them uploaded.
Yep. Okay, thank you.
Any additional questions, comments, discussions? No? Great job, great work. You guys do a wonderful job. Thank you so much.
Thank you.
And thanks for coming and supporting them. Okay, and next up is the county attorney, Jewel White.
Oh, she's changing chairs. Okay, get tough here now.
So commissioners, while we have Jewel and Melissa getting set, we have John Ondrovic next to me here, budget analyst for the county attorney's office. He is going to present, and then we'll turn it over to Jewel after that. So John, the floor is yours.
Good morning and happy Friday. County Attorney's Office was able to realize cost savings of $268,000 for FY25. The office has filled vacancies created by retirements and resignation of senior staff, with newer attorneys coming in at a lower pay grade. Several line items were reduced to align with historical actual expenditures. And local meetings have been continued to be held on Microsoft Teams, causing a decrease in the amount of local travel reimbursement needed, and that frees up funds for training and the opportunities for the new staff. One big change for FY25 is outside counsel. It's $250,000 is being transferred out of county attorney to the general government. It is neither an increase or decrease in funding, just simply a change in location of the budgeted funds. For staffing, the county attorney has reported turnover a rate of 15% for attorneys in FY22, and 25% for attorneys and 23% for support staff in 23. To help alleviate this issue, the department upgraded several positions, which provided higher pay ranges for their staff. The county administration also approved additional salary adjustments in FY24 of $115,500. These actions appear to have resolved the issue, and vacancies are currently at 0. And now the middle of page 2, this will be the budget drivers. The county attorney's budget for FY25 is $518,000 less than it was last year at $5.7 million. And that includes the $250,000 being moved out of the cost center for the county attorney over to general fund. Personal services make up 96% of the county attorney's budget. Personal services decreased $248,000 to $5.5 million, and this is due to the turnover and then hiring at lower salaries. This number also includes a 3% salary increase and the FRS adjustments. Operating expenses decreased by $270,000, and this is due to PC purchase plan in FY25 and then the $250,000 portion of the outside counsel. And the county attorney's FTE remains flat at 33. And I'll turn it over to Jewel.
Well, good morning. You all are used to seeing me here all day, every day, except for last week when Don was gracious enough to cover for me. But for those that don't know, Jewel White, County Attorney, and I'm joined by Melissa Kennedy, who I just call our office manager. She figures everything out and has a sign on her desk that says everything is figure-outable. She also manages our legal secretaries and basically does just about anything we ask her to. And she is the one responsible for working with OMB and putting this budget together. I'm a lawyer. I'm not a numbers person, so that's what I rely on Melissa for. I know that you have seen from all the other county departments before you accomplishments and work plans. You will all be seeing accomplishments here soon with a memo that will be going out to the County Attorney Oversight Committee. That's how I generally report my accomplishments to all of you, given the fact that I have a different body that hires and reviews me, but that will be forthcoming in the next couple of weeks. Work plans, we don't do them. We support all the other county departments, so we follow along with what their legal needs are as they go through their various work plans. A couple of things I do want to talk to you about. We talked about some of the increases that were given out to staff that actually occurred in fiscal '23, and we did give out, it was about a year ago, a little bit more than a year ago. We did augment a number of staff salaries to the tune of $115,000 collectively. That was accomplished within our budget. You did not give us a budget amendment. We have had, you've heard me say, quite a number of departures, more turnover than we've ever seen in my 28 years with the county attorney's office. Started during COVID, it's continued on. It's the same issue everybody's seeing. You heard about it a lot from the medical examiner yesterday and some of the challenges that he's having with professional staff. We have the same issues. I will tell you the $115,000 that we gave out about a year ago, which again was accomplished within our budget. We were really looking at some of the higher level staff within our office. One of our big concerns, and we've lost a couple of attorneys to this, is public sector attorneys, once they work for 10 years with the public sector, can have their loans, their student loans forgiven. We have lost attorneys when they've hit that 10-year threshold. So that's why we sort of aimed some of our higher level staff last year. We haven't seen as many of those departures recently. In fact, the one big departure that we saw this fiscal year was Michael Zoss, one of my managers, who chose to retire. I will say that was a very large leave payout that we did not anticipate, but we absorbed that into our budget. We are able to do that because when staff departs at a higher level, we always try to hire as low as we can as far as years of experience and the position that those attorneys will go into, so we can often create quite a cost savings that way. So that's what we've typically been doing. Now, what has that created in the office? We have 20 attorneys in the office. 10 of them have been with our office less than 5 years. We are losing institutional knowledge in the county attorney's office. I asked Melissa just yesterday to put together a list for me. There are only 4 of us in the county attorney's office that have been here longer than 20 years. Again, 10 people, half of my attorneys, less than 5 years. Now, that's not to say that all of them have less than 5 years of experience practicing law. But again, we're losing a lot of our institutional knowledge in the county attorney's office. So that's something that we're hoping to start recreating with some of the younger staff that we're bringing on board. Some things I do want to just kind of touch on quickly. We kind of the revolving door, I don't want to say that in a negative way, but we have had a lot of turnover. We do have some new attorneys that we brought on subsequent to our budget submission for this fiscal year, so we were not able to plan for some of the promotions that would be created by virtue of those hirings. What we do when we'll hire is We may bring in an attorney with 4 or 5 years of experience, which could have them hired into our Assistant County Attorney 2 position. We'll often bring folks like that in the Assistant 1 position to make sure that they are able to transition into the roles that we're giving them. For instance, we brought in an attorney with no human resources experience, and we are training him up, and he is doing a wonderful job. We have recently promoted him from the Assistant 1 to the Assistant 2 position, or we will be here soon. I haven't told him that yet. He doesn't know that yet.
He does
but
now.
He does now. He does now. But we're able to absorb those promotions into our budget because of the cost savings that we're seeing. So those are things that this year we're able to absorb it, but next year we're obviously putting people in at a higher rate. We're consistently taking a look at our staff and trying to level these things out. We focused on, the 10-year type attorneys last year with some of the pay adjustments. Previously, a few years back, when we were hiring at the entry-level position, we were hiring in at a rate, we were advertising at a rate $10,000 less than entry-level salaries in Hernando County. So we got with HR, we adjusted that. So we addressed our entry-level attorneys a couple years back. We addressed our upper-level attorneys just this past fiscal year. Currently, we are working with HR, and my staff already knows this. We are going to be changing our Assistant County Attorney 2 position, just the years of experience that make you eligible for that promotion. Currently, Assistant County Attorney 1, zero years of experience. Assistant County Attorney 2 is 5 years of experience, and our senior level is 8 years of experience. We're working with HR, and in November, we're going to ask them to change our Assistant County Attorney 2 position to 4 years of experience. We are also going to adjust the pay grade from an exempt Category 31 to 30. So we feel like when you lower that down, it also should go with a little bit lower pay grade, but those attorneys are going to be eligible for a promotion a year sooner. And we're asking for it in November so that we can get the budget through and not cause any confusion with how the raises will be structured for the current Assistant County Attorney 2s. And, frankly, my attorneys that are eligible to become promoted into that category, it's a little odd for us. Usually you hit that benchmark around September because of when you take the bar exam. All of the attorneys that will be eligible were COVID attorneys that weren't able to take the bar exam for several months later. So they're not going to hit that until the November-December timeframe. So that actually works well with our plans to go ahead and make that change in November. So we have some happy attorneys that are going to be eligible for that promotion in fiscal '25. So we have programmed that into our budget, hoping that everybody on staff, and we do anticipate that the attorneys we have will get that promotion. They're all doing a great job. The good news is that we have seen some stabilization in our legal staff. We've had some blips with some of the support staff. It's a lot of work for us in the management to continually, post for the job that we want to fill, do all the interviewing, train up in attorneys. That's a lot of training that goes on, particularly when you consider our public defender's gone. We've gotten some public defenders that we have hired. We typically try to go across the bay and get them from Hillsborough, but we hire the person that we think we can train. And oftentimes what we're looking for is somebody that's bright, that we can get good input from, the judges they appear in front of, their supervisors, and we bring them into a completely different area of law. So there's a lot of training involved. It's hard on my management staff to have to undertake those responsibilities and actions repeatedly. It's leveled out. They're back to doing their job. So we're hoping that with some of the assessments that we're doing and just the changes that we're making, and again, looking at the different levels of the office and trying to make sure that we're remaining competitive with the market. Because again, as you heard with the medical examiner yesterday, it's tough with professional staff. I'm sure Barry experiences it with a lot of his staff as well. So we're trying to remain competitive while also recognizing that this is a government job. It's not a private sector job. I do think that many of our employees are very cognizant of the very generous benefits that they get from the county. For instance, I know that we have a lot of people on staff that take advantage of tuition reimbursement. Melissa here was able to get her her degree, taking advantage of tuition reimbursement. My assistant, Allison Matos, that many of you may interact with, many of your aides may interact with, who took Sue Estrada's place when she retired. She's recently gotten her AA, taking advantage of tuition reimbursement. So I'm happy that the county continues to make these generous benefits available to staff, and I will tell you, my staff takes advantage of it. Kind of going back to, just kind of where we are with folks on staff. I'm getting ready to celebrate 28 years with the county here coming up in July. Not a lot of us left in that 20-plus year category, but I do want to recognize Don, who is celebrating his 25th anniversary with the county today. Don, join us.
So,
Don,
I
please
have
come
a
and
wonderful
join us.
certificate and a pin for Don, and I thought we would get all the commissioners up to celebrate the man, the wizard, who's done an amazing job. If you all want to come get a picture with, we can get a picture with Jewel and Don, but I do have a certificate and a pin for Don if you'd all like to come up and congratulate him.
Why don't you join us?
I will.
They're there somewhere.
Congratulations, Don.
So on that wonderful, happy note, are there any questions or interrogations you have for our attorney on her budget? Dave, Commissioner Eggers.
Yeah, well, first of all, thank you for all the work you do and all the departments you're involved in, and certainly the folks that we interact with on Maria at MPO and others do a great job, and we're thankful for all that. And just to the part about years of service for your 20 attorneys or years of service at Pinellas County, at any one point in time, you have that information together, right? So it would be a nice thing to kind of track, to just see how you're doing as far as institutional knowledge, but also in terms of experience, and kind of watch that a little bit. That would be great. So
It's been an interesting dynamic to watch for me, because when I was newer in the office, there was almost no turnover. I was probably with the county for 10, 12 years before I started to begin to feel like a more senior attorney in the office. And now it's just, we have turnover all the time. And again, I don't think it's unique to our department. I think it's just part of kind of the world these days. But it was interesting when I asked Melissa to pull this for me. And I will tell you, within that 0 to 5 years of experience, we have an attorney with 20 plus years experience elsewhere. It's just that institutional knowledge. Joe Morrissey's been with us for quite a long time, and he's probably got some of the greatest institutional knowledge in all of county government at this point. But it's just, you can have experience as an attorney, but there's also something to be said for having knowledge about Pinellas County.
absolutely. Thank you. Great work.
And Joe he's incredible.
And it's always very interesting to us to watch Joe interact with our younger attorneys, because they just can't get enough of him. They just can't get enough of him.
He's amazing. And when I used to have my one-on-ones with him, and you're right, he knows everything about Tampa Bay water. He knows everything about anything that's happened in the region. He's brilliant. So, yeah.
He is. He
Yeah,
is.
thank
He's
you
always
for
been great
mentioning
with the
Tampa.
office. He was with the county attorney's office when I started. So,
Thank you for mentioning Tampa Bay Water, because that he does that. You can't pull the wool over his eye. Anybody that starts talking about from different regional partners, I mean, he's always there just kind of listening and watching and waiting, but he's a great asset for us there. So again, thank you. Thank you for mentioning
Yeah,
it.
he is. Commissioner Long.
Good morning, again. Well, I just want to share how grateful I am personally, Jewel, for the time that you have taken to educate me on some of the very complex legal issues that we often have to deal with, and you make it so understandable. So I'm very grateful for that, because as we all know, those issues, it's the devil is in the details, and you do a great job of keeping us out of really getting into a lot of trouble, deep water or whatever you want to call it. Secondly, I would like to ask, with the permission of the chair, it's been quite some time since we've had an opportunity to meet all of your attorneys and see the depth that you have in that office, and I would love to be able to invite you and all of your attorneys to come to one of our meetings and just introduce them and what they do, if that meets with your approval, Madam
I
Chair.
think it's a great idea to come to a workshop and introduce your attorneys, especially since you have so many new ones. And then we kind of know where their area of expertise, and it's always nice to put a face with a name, so.
Sure, absolutely. And you have the organizational chart, attached. But again, putting the face with the name is something altogether different. And you see me a lot, you see Don a lot. You may see, for those of you that are on the various boards that we have that have a county attorney working with them, you'll see those attorneys a lot. But you're not going to see a lot, for instance, of our folks that handle litigation. Unless you're unfortunately drug into that through a deposition or something. Christy Pemberton is who manages that, and I'll give a shout out to Christy. She's away with her oldest daughter getting married this weekend.
Congratulations to her.
Yeah, absolutely, absolutely. So, but there are quite a number of attorneys that you're just not going to interact with quite a bit. And I think sometimes people are surprised to hear that there are 20 attorneys on staff, because you all see so few of them. But there's a lot of people doing a lot of great work behind the scenes that support all the things that you've heard about over the last 6 days. Even some of the folks that you heard from today, we interact with and don't necessarily give legal advice or support to, but we do interact with them quite a bit. So yeah, we will try to make that happen. We have staff. I've said this to you before. We do have a remote policy where folks are allowed to work up to 2 days a week at home. Our support staff up to 1 day a week at home, but we can certainly get all here on a single day to come and meet you all and kind of fill you in on what they do to support what you all do every day.
Great idea. Thank you. Any other questions, discussions, comments? No? Well, thank you so much. And we really do appreciate all the work that your whole team does. So next up, Barry, I believe we're looking at a private meeting.
So yes, we're gonna talk about some internal staff, kind of a follow-up to yesterday's conversation. But if I can, commissioners, we're coming up on the issue of the Tampa Bay Rays baseball stadium. Today, I'm going to deliver to each of you 2 binders. One's going to be all the agreements for the Rays stadium. One is going to be on the Hines development. Okay, so there's 2 separate. So the things that I think it's 10 or 11 agreements for the stadium, and those are where we're signatory to those agreements. And then the other one will be that it's city. It's an issue between city and Hines and the Rays. So we passed out the packet. I emailed you the packet that the city council received as part of their work session, but it's everything kind of in a row. It's kind of hard to follow, and so Barbara is going to pass out to you the 2 documents. These documents are draft. There are still changes being made to the various agreements. In substantial form, they are as they are, but there's little provisions that we're still working on. For instance, the attorneys had a very successful meeting with Major League Baseball last Thursday, and I believe it was Thursday, Friday. Days run together, and so they're updating some of the key provisions like that, and it's really around risk management on things. There's some insurance issues that we're refining, and and things like that. You know, I have no doubt we'll get there, but we have to get there. And so as you have in your document, it has a table of contents, and it then has the various agreements. It has the presentation that, you know, that they've been prepared by the city and the raise. But as we get updated documents, as we get final documents, we'll change those from draft. We'll change those documents from draft to final. And each of those documents have a date on them. So as you get a new document, it'll, rather than saying, you know, whatever the date is, and I forget the date, you know, May, whatever, it'll then have a new date on that. And so this is a way we can keep those organized for you. You can peruse those. As you know, next Wednesday, I'll be leaving on vacation. And then we have scheduled briefings with you. The city and us, Don and I, and our outside counsel will be meeting individually with you on the 17th and 18th of July, the 19th with Commissioner Peters. So we'll have individual meetings with you. We'll go through these documents. In the meantime, if you have legal questions that you want to meet with Don, he is at your pleasure, and we'll be happy to discuss any issues or discussions or things like that. So please feel free to, you know, reach out to him if you want to go through anything in the meantime. We do have those meetings scheduled. We'll come in and do a full briefing. We'll get your questions, we'll get your answers, and at that time we'll assess where we're at on this approval process. We believe the city may take that up on July 11th if the documents are ready. If not, they may have to postpone that. That is up to them. So that's where we're at in the process. With that, that concludes what I really wanted to cover today.
Anyone have questions for Barry about the raise?
This is your second dissertation.
That's what I'm saying.
How many pages a day do we have to read to get to?
So I'm going to ask, is this electronic?
It is electronic.
The entire package?
The entire package. We have all those agreements. We can, the email.
I don't want to put this in my suitcase.
I understand that. Well, I thought Jack
I
would
will
carry,
go overweight.
Jack would carry it for you.
Yeah, no, we'll just go overweight, so no.
But we do, I did send that to you. It was attached as a file. I can send those individually if you like.
I would be surprised it would fit through our firewall, but.
But we can do that. You've downloaded and broken those down?
Yeah, we're putting together one master virtual document.
Okay.
Thank you.
So we'll send that out to you electronically. The key part is this, is it's incredibly complex because there's a lot of agreements. And so the key is the date on which, and we'll send you something that says final when it is a final recommendation. And so I just want to make, you know, until you see final, it's not a final document.
Any other input, discussion about the raise?
One quick question.
Yeah, go ahead, Commissioner
So the
Scott.
ones that we're actually going to be voting on is the stadium-related agreements?
Stadium, yes.
Okay.
That's the reason I put them in two separate binders so we don't get confused.
Okay. All right. Okay, so next.
All right.
So I'm sorry, when you said we're voting on, because our name will be on the agreements.
That's correct.
Okay. What we're basing our vote on is a different issue.
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah, we're signatory to the documents that are in the stadium binder, and that is specifically related to the stadium development itself, not the Hines development project. That is strictly between the city and the team or the developer.
Commissioner Letville. Oh, Dave, are you finished?
Yeah, again, I just want to be clear that, you know, the agreement that we're going to vote on, I'm not separating out the two documents. How I base my vote is going to be based on being happy with both of those. So I'm just saying, I understand what you were saying about the actual document itself, but St. Petersburg residents are also county residents, so.
I understand.
Okay.
Commissioner Letville.
Thank you, Madam Chair. Similar to what Commissioner Eggers just mentioned, even though we're not voting on the redevelopment deal, are we going to have a workshop or public meeting
Yes.
where we can ask questions about that?
Absolutely.
Even though we're not voting on it? Okay.
Yes, and when we come to you to brief you, we're bringing the city with us, so you can ask questions on anything.
So that's not a public meeting, that's a one-on-one meeting?
Those are one-on-ones first.
Those
So
are
we're going to meet
one-on-ones.
with you one-on-one. My recommendation is
One-on-one.
that we have one-on-one meetings and get into the detail, and then we'll schedule it for a workshop for you as a body to discuss, and based upon that, then go to a vote.
But we will, the redevelopment deal will be a public meeting and not just a one-on-one meeting?
Correct. The intent was to brief, to have a workshop, and we can cover one, or we can cover both, and I can ask the city to provide that. And how you base your vote on the stadium, which is the only thing we're party to, is however you base your vote. So you can be basing upon that, but you won't be voting on that particular piece.
All right, thank you.
Okay, any other questions, comments, discussion?
Last comment, and I think, Barry, you and I have talked about it. This is a really important deal for St. Petersburg, but also for Pinellas County. And so, if we need 2 workshops to deal with this, then I really don't want to be rushed on this. So just the messaging is, I know you're doing that to them, is that we're going to take it as we're ready, or when we're ready, not on any particular schedule.
I understand.
Okay. Because this, I mean, I'm not going to, these are, there's a lot in each. I don't know how you're going to get to all of that in one workshop unless you plan a full day. So, anyway, thank you.
Well, hopefully a lot of it will be hashed out in your one-on-ones. Hopefully.
I'm as interested to see what my colleagues
I agree.
Yeah.
I agree.
I think that you as a board will need to discuss it after you digest the, information. There's a lot of information in there. We're going to go over the economics. I will be covering the economic impact analysis, and that covers the entire, site. So, it's a big deal. I'll have more comments, I think, when we do the presentation. No sense in rehashing this twice. But this is a big deal. It's a very big deal. And there's a lot to think through.
Can that analysis be shared?
Absolutely.
I mean, you can talk about it, but could you distribute it to us so we can read it?
100%. Yes.
Great.
If it's not in the packet, we'll send it to you. Frankly, as I said that, I don't know if that was in, that was some time ago, but I'll make sure it's in there.
Okay. Commissioner Scott?
Thank you, Madam Chair. Do we have, I don't think any action has taken place on this, but I'll ask anyways. Have we heard anything more about Army Corps on?
Army Corps?
Yeah, on nourishment? I mean,
No,
this is-
we usually get updates like once a year with them. No, I'm being facetious, but all the actions. So you're going to see the next actions you're going to see is at NACO. Okay, so NACO's here in Tampa. We're going to advance our resolution to get to make that a NACO priority. Again, urging us to include in the word of language that directing the Corps to adopt our policies. So that's really the next action we'll see, and we'll make sure that's part of the NACO agenda. We're continuing to work, but we haven't seen any progress to date.
If we could, I think that, I'm glad you brought that up, because I just think to have that at the ready for our workshops too, just to have the information that you went through at the TDC, because it's all plays together, right? So, and we're pretty comfortable that we can handle everything.
Yes.
But I just want to make sure that that's available so that we can share with our residents if we need to at that open meeting.
Absolutely. Good point.
Any other points or discussion, comments, questions? All right. So we're moving on to the next.
This concludes the public portion of our meeting. If we can then take just a quick recess, and we'll come back and we'll talk about some internal staff. It is a public meeting,
Okay.
but we'll
You want to
conclude
come
with the
back
public
at
portion.